Hi everyone, Suffolk record collector back here again with another video. This video is going to be about why I don't really like record fairs. What is it about record fairs that I don't really like? I usually find the stuff that's overpriced is expensive, usually, for the good stuff. I went to a record fair yesterday, which I didn't really want to go, but I'm glad I did. I only bought 4 records, but the last record I want to show will show you why I went, why it was good for me to go. So I picked up a real gem. But the other 3 records I got, 2, you'll see, and 1, well, that just about scrapes in. But they were my fault really, from not paying enough attention and being careful. So let's get into it. Right, the first record I got was a jazz record. Wayne Shorter, Speak No Evil on Blue Note. I didn't really look at the small print on the record, which I should have done. It wasn't expensive, so it doesn't really matter. You see it's on Blue Note. Now, Wayne Shorter, Speak No Evil, brilliant album. Freddie Hubbard on trumpet, Wayne Shorter tenor sax, Herbie Hancock piano, Ron Carter bass, Alvin Jones drums. And I sort of looked at it and I read this bit here, Masters from the Analog Masters by Ron McMaster. It's quite happy, right? When I get home, I chuck it on because that's sealed. This was actually sealed. So I chuck it on turntable, start listening. I'm thinking, I don't know, it don't sound something, well, that sounds alright, it sounds actually quite good. But I don't know, it isn't quite the same as the classic series. So I thought, oh, this is before then, so this is from 2016. So anyway, I started reading here. And on here, that says produced by Alfred Lyon, cover photo, blah blah blah, recorded by Randy Van Gelder, recorded on December 24th, 1964. And right at the bottom here, it says digital transfer by Ron McMaster. So I'm thinking, it's a digital transfer over. When I start reading here, underneath here, it says 1966, the Blue Note label group, licensed courtesy of Universal Music Group International Limited. 2016, copyright 2016, under license to D'Agostini Deutschland and D'Agostini UK Limited. And that's got here, this record is part of the Jazz 33 1/3 RPM vinyl collection, not to be sold separately. So what I think this is from a series of magazines that you'd buy one a month, and each one would come with a record. I don't know, 15, 20 quid I suppose they were, I don't know, I didn't get them. But I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Saying that, the record sounds it sounds quite good. The vinyl is deadly silent. It's just a digital transfer, which I really don't like. It doesn't sound that bad. It really doesn't sound bad at all. It sounds very good. If I hadn't got that written on there, I wouldn't have questioned it, you know. But anyway, that'll stay in the collection, that's okay. But it's getting the next 2, it's getting slightly worse. I was up there and I was looking around and I come across this and I saw the jacket and I thought, something I've been looking for quite a while. Put the Taliesin, deep purple. Lovely condition cover. Gatefold. So if this is not a first pressing, it's early. It's an early repress if not, and the cover's in lovely condition. So I get home. I didn't really check it out that well. I get home and I put it on, give it a clean, and it's on harvest, as you can see. Should be, except here's the problem. Remembering this is an early cover, so probably 71, could be a first pressing, not sure, but probably from 71, 72, something like that. The record where it says Deep Purple, I don't know if you can see that, where it says Deep Purple, underneath it says Harvest Heritage. So this is part of the Harvest Heritage series. Did not have this cover. So this record, which if you look on the inner sleeve, let me put this down a sec, there's a date code on the inner sleeve. At the bottom there it says 6-81. So that's June 1981, and this cover is what, from 71, so it's been married together. Wasn't really expensive at all, and the record plays really well, but not what I thought I was getting. I thought I found a nice early copy of Deep Purple Book of Taliesin, and it is not. But the cover is, so I shall keep it, and if I find a nice early version of this with a knackered cover, at least I've got a cover for it to go with. So that's that. And if the vendor knew, if he'd done this himself, then that's being a bit dishonest, really, in my book. I don't like that. And from the same vendor, I got the first one off a different vendor, the jazz record, but from the same vendor I also bought this. And I actually asked him, I was chatting to him, and that's the Pentangle first album on Transatlantic, and it's actually the first pressing from 1968. He said to me, his exact words were to me, so I asked him what's it like. He said, play really well, it's really good. He said there is some crackles on it, but you know, so I thought, okay, fair enough. Weren't that expensive, but you know, a little bit. So I bought it. Well, I got home. I don't know if you might not be able to see that, but this is so warped that, well, you can't play it. It's unplayable. It's totally unplayable. So again, he actually told me this was okay, played well. Well, I don't know what he played it on, because this is so warped. You can't play it. I mean, it's so warped, I don't even know if one of those straighteners is going to straighten this. So if anyone's got any ideas on how to straighten a really warped record without damaging it, I'd be interested to know. But I might try and get this straightened. But again, in my book, totally bloody dishonest. Totally dishonest. This was a record fair I went to yesterday, about 20 miles from Bury St Edmunds, where I live, at the John Peel Centre in Stowmarket. And if you're watching, that guy watches my videos, you're a bloody crook, mate. That's bad. That's bad in my book. This is one of the reasons I don't like record fairs. Because everyone's jostling. You haven't got time to check everything out. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I bought them. Didn't know this at the time. Toddled off to another stall. And on this other stall, there was some high value records. Very high value records. There was a first pressing of Black Sabbath, first album. I believe that was 300 and something pounds on Vertigo Swell. There was a couple of others that I saw, a couple of Bowie albums that were really expensive. Anyway, I was flicking through, he got loads of bins, and I come across something, I thought, and I saw the price, and I thought, so I snatched it, and I got a steal. This cost me 20 quid, this was 20 quid. Alabama 3, Exile on Cold Harbour Lane. This is actually, the album was originally released in '97. This is actually the 2008 first reissue, which is equally as hard to find as the original. These go for good money, and I paid 20 quid for this. And you just do not see these. Comes in sleeves, and this is in perfect condition, apart from seam splits at the top of each cover, and there's a seam split at the top here on each part of the gatefold, and a little split here, just slightly there, you can't really see, but I shall take care of them. I shall put a little bit of glue on those and they'll be okay, they won't get any worse. So on, you can see labels on Elemental Records. The release was done, like I say, in 2008. There's a hype sticker here. 2008, and it says on here, direct metal mastering, one little Indian reissue series. It says here, use the most advanced technology in vinyl manufacturing, direct metal mastering. The groove is cut directly in copper metal. Transistor response is greatly improved. DMM yields better detail resolution at a lower noise ratio. Remastered direct from the original master tapes, pressed on heavy weight 200-gram vinyl audiophile discs, limited edition and numbered in the most lavish vinyl format available. And I don't know how many this is limited to, but that's number 90. And like I say, I paid 20 quid for this. And this is a 80, 90 pound record. 100 pound perhaps, I don't know. I mean, there's a few re-releases of this album, and it tends to always go out of print really quickly. So it's definitely one to look out for. Music wise, if you've never heard of Alabama 3, if you've ever watched The Sopranos TV series, then they did the theme tune to that is off here. Woke Up This Morning. Standout tracks on here, obviously Woke Up This Morning, Converted, Ain't Going to Goa, bloody hilarious. Mao Tung Said, Hypo Full of Love, The Old Purple Tin, amazing, 98, 9% of Pure Heaven, Sister Rosetta, Peace in the Valley. What genre is it? It's acid house mixed with country, there's all sorts on here. You can't really define it down to one genre. But what I will say is, it's an amazing album. If you've never heard it, go and stream it, because it's brilliant. It takes a bit getting into, you think, oh, what's this to start with, but then it gets you. It's a good album, brilliant. I'm really chuffed to have found that. So that's sort of made up for the two mishaps that I had at the record fair. I'm glad I went, because to find this, I didn't want this for so long. But the other two albums, the Deep Purple and the Pentangle album, I mean, I've been looking for these as well, you know, and I really want to find, you know, I was really unhappy. I mean, I've got the book of television, I can play it and listen to it. It's just not the pressing that should have been in that jacket. But we all learn lessons. See, where I normally buy records from, I don't have this sort of problem, because if there's ever anything wrong, and there never has been, you just take them back. Their grade and systems go a couple of places, and brilliant, absolutely brilliant, never had a problem. But a Warp record like that, he shouldn't be telling me how to play well, because he never played it. He couldn't have done. Or if he did and he knew it was like that, then that's criminal to sell it like that. It's simple as that. I'm not going to see him again. I don't know who he was. So yeah, bit of misfortune there, but also, you know, I learned some lessons. Don't take things for granted. And I was really pleased I went to the record fair to find this album, because this is an absolute gem for me, for my collection. Well, that's all there is for this one, so thanks a lot for tuning in. Till next time, thanks a lot, bye.